credit to them. They stepped up defensively when it counted, but our offense wasn't as sharp as it needed to be, no doubt. And regarding Rob, I didn't see anything with Rob and haven't heard anything.
Gary Washburn, second row in the middle.
Gary Washburn, Boston Globe. Ime, it just seemed like all night the offense was stagnant. I mean, guys are standing around. They was kind of looking at each other. What happened throughout the game that you guys are not able to run a cohesive offense?
We had plenty of opportunities, obviously. Every time we got a 5-6 point lead, it felt like we made some poor decisions, whether it was rush shots in traffic or, to your point, standing around looking at each other a little bit there. And so not sure if we tried to pick on mismatches too much. It got stalled out a little bit, but when we did run off-ball actions and got some movement, we got really good looks. And so we want to get the ball up quick and get into an offense. And if we don't have anything, still make them work the clock. And a lot of times it felt like we were standing around unsure of who we were trying to go after, and led to those stalled out possessions.
On the left side, third row.
By Manning, CLNS Media. Defensively down the stretch there, what did you just see about the way you were playing the screens, and what led to some of the offensive rebounds and shots the Warriors were able to get off there?
And we started switching a little bit more, take away the threes, and got them off the line, and then that obviously presents some cross matches there. And in general, it wasn't even the bigs on smalls; it was more Wiggins crashing from the wing, and they got some extra possessions as far as that. So, like I said, defensively, other than the late free throws, we guarded well enough to win, even though Curry kind of got loose. And our offense wasn't as good as it needed to be, and that aided them on defense. But, credit to them. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. They were going to come in and lay down, and we had our opportunities, especially in the first half.
On the right side, third row.
John Corrales, Boston Sports Journal. What are you seeing from Tatum with his struggles at the rim in the paint?
At times, looking for fouls. They are a team that loads up, and certain games he's finding the outlets, certain shooting over 2-3 guys, and so that's the balance of being aggressive and picking your spots and doing what he's done in previous games, which is kicked it out and got guys wide open looks. So that's the ongoing theme, so to speak. Him getting the basket and being a scorer as well as a playmaker, and they do a good job with their rotations, but sometimes hunting fouls instead of going to finish. I've seen that in a few games so far.
On the right side, fourth row, Mark Murphy.
Mark Murphy, Boston Herald, Ime. You talked about Steph getting loose a little bit, but sometimes is that just his shot making? You guys are doing what you can do to stop him?
Yeah, at times we're, obviously focused on him and keeping others in check, but some of those were some crazy shots that were highly contested that he made. You look at the overall numbers, the attempts, getting those off is a number we don't like, the 14 attempts in general. He came out bombing early at 9 in the first half, but, some of the threes he hit were highly contested, and you can't do anything about those. But when we did switch, it kind of got some cross matches and guys on the rim and went after him a little bit later, and they made some plays.
On the left side, first row, Adam Himmelsbeck.
A lot of times this, could feel pretty damaging. Now you're down to a 3-game series, 2 there, but the way you guys have played on the road, I'm sure it gives you confidence. What was kind of the message afterwards and moving forward?
Had our opportunities tonight, especially when we did have a 5-6 point lead. It felt like we didn't have our best possessions and kind of let them back in the game, whether it was turnovers or poor offense. And it's gone along with our season, and especially this postseason. We had to do it the difficult way and have been battle tested, throughout some series, Milwaukee, Miami, and have to do it again. So could have been an easier road, obviously, if you get the win tonight, but it is what it is, and we're 2-2 now, and we know we can do it. We've done it before, and keep your head up, and let's go get one on the road.
Second row in the middle, Gary.
Ime, is there anything you can do to get Tatum better shots? It seems like he's either attacking lots of traffic or trying to take contested threes. He was 2 for 9 in the second half. It just seems like he's really pressing.
Yeah, what I would say is you don't be opposed to taking twos, some pull-up jumpers and some of those things instead of going all the way to the rim. And so it doesn't have to be either or as far as that. But we talked about the balance and how much we rely on him to score and get other guys involved. And sometimes that balance leads to taking some shots or over-penetrating when he has a clean pull-up or two. So, it's nothing wrong with the floater, mid-range pull-up to get yourself going, especially when the crowd is sitting there at the rim.
We'll take 2 more questions for Coach. Fourth row on the right.
John Corrales, Boston Sports Journal. Ime, you talk about not taking the easy way, not doing it always doing it the hard way. Is there some element of playing with fire here, like constantly not doing this, the getting yourself into a position to go up 3-1 here? Just going back to Golden State with their history, with their experience, 2 games there. I mean, that's got to be a little bit different than the past battle tested that you guys have been.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to take the easier route, and we had our chances, like I said, but it's not only solely dependent on one team. It's obviously a championship caliber opponent that isn't going to lay down, and made some tough shots, but also guarded well at the end. And so, as much as we'd like to do better in our own, you got to give them credit for how they stepped up defensively. And, Miami is a team that we went and did it against. And so we've proven we can do it, and being down 2 games, 2 elimination games in Milwaukee. So it's proof that we can do it, and then the opponent is what it is. It's really a lot to do with us, and that's how we feel about the game tonight for sure.
Last question for Coach. On the right side, third row. Left side, third row.
Ime, I know you're not as concerned with the defense, but the big men just around some of those screens there, playing low sometimes. Do you think you need to adjust that at all, just based off the shots Curry's getting right now?
Yeah, we have, and it's not, it's not a stagnant offense that they run, and where they're just sitting back and obviously have some movement prior to it and some off-ball actions that, get our guys off the big some. So we do want to be up much more, and at times, especially on the handbacks and certain actions, it's a little different than a regular static pick and roll.
Thank you, Coach.